I was watching a female comedy woman discuss how our parents' generation negatively impact Gen Z by being overly critical about what we can and can't do. Yes, you all did, you motherfuckers. That's why we are fucked up. We're all depressed, too anxious, or too afraid to go outside. The whole shit deal. Being in a fantasy or daydreaming because reality is too scary. Don't even get me started on that. If you have ADHD or autism, automatically life is harder, or why we struggle to be social or feel like our memories are distorted, or why we feel behind and everyone is ahead of us and doing a lot better and having a lot of insecurity problems. What our parents think they were doing was right actually did more damage when we would become adults struggling in life by being used to being told what to do and not thinking for ourselves. In my opinion, even though I'm going to upset a lot of people, if they let us be wild like they were in the 80s and 90s in high school, even now, we'd be in a lot better place mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. Even though everyone wants to make it seem it's so dangerous to do that, I feel like if you don't do that, basically what you were preventing for us not to do that you did back then, it's going to be amplified and you'll be shaking your head. Where did I go wrong as a parent of a Gen Z kid? That's why I feel like the world is so fucked up. We are never ourselves. It's all about the money. Everyone worries about not saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. Images, ego showing up a lot more. Uh, People having the audacity to tell you that try to comfort us and say, I know what you're going through. Yeah, but you already have everything I don't have, so don't even bother to tell us unless you are in the same position. We wouldn't even have brain rot content like 6, 7, mental, money, job, comedy issues, everything. And not put all of this pressure on us to fix their mistakes of having us fix global warming and everything else. Like you do it, you lazy asses. And they call us lazy. We struggle to find a job, live happily, actually. Plus, they are the ones who caused it, so they should be responsible for fixing it. It's hard to be disciplined or committed when we're trying to make changes because our issues we go through make everything hard and not make life seem possible. And life is hard to begin with. Like, explain to me why is it so hard to stay in contact with friends and do things with them or just do fun things like go on trips and stuff. And then when I look around, everyone else can do it. And most people's solution to us is that, that's just life and I don't accept it. Why do I feel like the world has a secret vendetta against us for having too much fun and stripping away things like nerfing stuff in video games, taking away foods we used to like, or taking anything fun and not making it not fun anymore? Items, etc. Companies feed on our nostalgia, emptying our wallets, knowing we are trying to fill the void of emptiness. And that's why we do it, to cope with everything. Also, we are so addicted to our phones. When I was in high school, I was sick of them, but now we're so glued to them that it's no wonder we are so addicted to them, because we're basically trying to cope with everything, and I feel like we could still have them, but it's gotten so bad that it would be better just to get rid of it or use it in moderation. But the only way that would work is if we were all doing better mentally. Um, but then, yes, in my opinion, I feel like it would work out. I didn't think this would be how we live now. And like basically being on YouTube a lot and watching other people do things. Like, I mean, when I was in high school, I barely even watched YouTube or even with my friends that much. I miss when we were busy being in high school or being more present in life. And now looking back, wishing for, and, sorry, and not now looking back and wishing for it back. And of course, everyone's response, that's just part of life, and I'm sick of that response. And I know we are all basically adults at this point, but I hate when people just say, your parents were just trying their best and you can choose what you want to do because you are an adult. But that's easy for them to say because they are not Gen Z and they haven't gone through what we have gone through. Also, also, you can be a perfect parent on paper, like making sure you love them, care for them, help them, and take care of their health stuff and needs, etc. But no one wants to talk about where the overcritical part comes, having us not misbehaving, not having us have our own opinions, even if they're not nice about people, having us make our own decisions. Um, Always feeling like they need to rescue us whenever we have a problem, or having to be overly evolved, all um, knowing all our friends, etc., and not letting us be our own individuals. On a separate note, I feel like there's a lot more rap and country music, and in my opinion, I wish rock and roll was on top. I know I wish more people listen to it because I tend to feel like I like it a lot more than everyone else. Even though I tend to struggle to bring out my wild self, really showing I do love the music by either playing along with it or head banging and dancing or screaming the lyrics. I know what you're all thinking. Why don't Gen Z just live a wild life now if they weren't able to do it in high school, or if they still feel like they can't do it now? Well, to answer your question, it's because we still have those fears as adults, so try solving our issue now.